there's something absolutely magic about live performance. And you can see that, you can hear it, you can practically taste it coming off the stage in a live symphonic performance. All those hearts, minds, and souls working together. It's absolutely fabulous.
This majestic musical synergy has a momentum that dates back to the early 1900s when two young brothers with a passion for music immigrated from Italy to Stockton, California. Manlio and Tullio Silva became pharmacists to earn a living in their new country, but music was their passion, and Manlio particularly couldn't ignore that calling. Manlio's niece, Francesca Vera, recalls those early days.
For him, it was his life's dream. I mean, he was a pharmacist, but his first love was really music. And then he definitely wanted to start a symphony. One of my earliest memories is walking with Uncle Manlio to the Stockton High School auditorium where the symphony played. And I would walk along with him with his big leather suitcase that was filled with music, and I would be putting the music on the stands for him. He'd tell me first violin over here and first cello over here.
Manlio started up modestly with a small group of players that they called the Little Symphony. But by 1926, they had actually set up the Stockton Symphony.
The symphony continued to grow with the community and local press supporting the sophisticated symphonic supplement to the city of Stockton.
My dad was the cellist, and he played in the symphony when he had time.
But Tullio held down the pharmacy, filling prescriptions and running the day-to-day operations.
They wouldn't make a whole lot of money after the concerts were over, you know. They had to supplement it with their own money.
From those aspirational beginnings to this. California's third oldest continuously operating symphony orchestra right here in Stockton.
We like to celebrate our predecessors. We stand on the shoulders of all of their achievements. There was Horace Brown, and then Fritz Behrens, and then Ralph Metesky. But my immediate predecessor, Kyung-Soo Hwan, he conducted the orchestra for 27 years. And he really raised it to an even greater height. Kyung-Soo Hwan started having amazing guest artists here. And by that time, they had finally built this hall. And when I had the great pleasure of being able to take over, we started innovating, and we keep evolving. We keep evolving the types of series that we offer. We keep evolving the repertoire that we play. I keep evolving, and so it's always exciting.
In fact, Peter Jaffe regularly leads the Stockton Symphony in performing world premieres, including Chris Brubeck's trailblazing Mark Twain's World. And NPR proudly broadcast the Stockton Symphony's premiere of the iconic Time Out Suite. Sharing this spectacular music with the next generation is key to keeping the Stockton Symphony alive.
We have what we call Steppin' Out with the Stockton Symphony, which brings thousands of kids to this hall,
including a 14-year-old guest violinist.
To have somebody who's really close to their age play is like, wow, I bet I could do that. And so that's the whole ethos behind Steppin' Out, is to get kids engaged, get them excited about the music, but also learn how to listen.
I hope that they feel more inspired to listen to more classical music and find that it's very fun, in fact, to, experience and listen to and play.
Oh my goodness, they're just having a wonderful time, and usually I stand outside and I ask the students, did you like it? Yeah, we really liked it. It was cool. And so we get a lot of positive feedback from the students.
What began as the Little Symphony 100 years ago continues today with a loyal following and the strong support of community members.
And the fact that we're the third oldest continuously operating symphony orchestra really says something. I mean, what that means is that even during the wars, the really big wars, they still had concerts here. It lifts the spirit, it takes you on an emotional adventure. I just think it's fantastic.
Music is a big part of our lives, and I think it really started with the symphony because this guy here, some friends took him to the Stockton Symphony when he was 7 years old, and we started going as a family, and they learned to love music. They learned to want to play music on their own. And I'm not a musician, but I'm raising musicians because of what they've experienced through the Stockton Symphony and then beyond.
Looking toward the next 100 years, the symphony plans to continue evolving, engaging audiences in innovative ways.
What we're trying to do is create an even more immersive experience, one that includes lighting and movies and costumes and adding to the symphony performance that people appreciate.
And who are these dedicated musicians of the Stockton Symphony? Well, there are people like Boris on cello, who travels from the Fresno area, Christina on violin, who travels from Los Angeles, and Mike on percussion, who lives here in Stockton.
Really enjoyed playing with the Stockton Symphony. I really appreciate how involved Maestro Jaffe is with the community. You know that we do performances all over the area. Just a lot of opportunities to get out and showcase the symphony to the community.
A lot of musicians, we belong in several different orchestras. That's the world of freelance musicians. Having been with the Stockton Symphony for this long time, 24 years, it's more than a job. It's really like a family member that I have so much affection for.
Traveling musicians will always make the trek for a fine orchestra. Even in the earliest days, Manlio Silva was able to get musicians from the Bay Area to perform in the Stockton Symphony.
If Manlio could see what we're doing today, he would be so proud and so grateful that his legacy lives on.
I would like to see the Stockton Symphony around for another 100 years to share this magic because it's healing for the soul. This is a place of peace and enjoyment and inspiration, and it's a community builder. I think that is a wonderful thing, especially for our city of Stockton and our county.
We have all of the elements in place to really make the future come alive through the magic and power of music.